Good evening to all. Good evening to everyone. So yesterday I asked a comparison between the Hugging Face website and openai website. If any person try to give the answer, please try to give the answer. Very good evening to all people. Please try to give the answer, then we will start the session. Yeah, good evening to all people. Yeah, I got the messages. Good evening to all. Good evening, ma'am. Good evening. Yeah, good evening to all. Yeah, I got a answer from Praveen Kumar. Yeah, very good, nice. Please try to give the answer, then we will start the session by after completion of that particular. Please try to give the answer, then we will start the session. Please try to give the answer. Yeah, very good, nice. Kalyani, I got the answer. And Praveen Kumar. Yeah, very good, nice, yeah. So try to keep your messages here. Then we will start the session in between. Hope you can understand this particular thing, and we can continue this session with the presentation directly. Hope it is clear. So now we'll start the session. So today, day 10, we are discussing about evaluating of the prompts. So that is about BLEU and as well as ROUGE, and with the human feedbacks. The human feedbacks are also very important, for fine tuning purpose like that. Okay, so that we can discuss here for the day 10. Let us start with the evaluating of the prompt, and means what you can do with the evaluation of the process exactly. So if you're taking this evaluation of the prompt, then what you're doing exactly with this. So what is the meaning of the evaluation of the prompt? So we know the definition of the prompt, and then how we are using this particular thing. The evaluation process means this is. So means here in this particular prompt engineering, you're having so many of the models. So you have seen like a type of the prompts, and you have seen the LLM type of the models. Today we are discussing about the BLEU and as well as ROUGE. So here you can see, now you are starting with the evaluation of the prompt. So if you are taking this evaluation of the prompt, it can use to give the effective prompt using a guidance of the AI model to get the better accurate results and as well as the desired outputs. It's nothing but what? So in a same manner, like how we are taking, so to design the prompts by using of this prompt engineering with the LLM models, with the Gemini models. So that is only we are saying it as a evaluation of the prompt. Is nothing but the prompt engineering type. Okay. So in this particular area, what you need, how it can go, and why exactly this BLEU and ROUGE we have to discuss. So we seen many applications, right? So we can do the text generation, we can do the image generation, we can do translation, we can do the summarization, like that many options will be there, right? So today we will see one type of the option that will be related to the text based fully. We are not going to with any other type of things here. Mostly the entire application we are taking for the text requirement based only. We are not going like image based like that. So today the entire information related to the text based only. Okay, if you are taking the text based, how to take that and how to proceed with that particular requirement, how to follow it. So we have to see that particular requirements. Okay, so that purpose what you are doing means by seeing of this picture you can understand. If you're seeing this picture you can understand how it's going on exactly. So here you can see what are you trying to enter your content in a prompt, you have to enter, then it will take it as an input, right? So that input you are giving to the language model. What the language model can do, what you are asking the input through the prompt, then it can check with the database, but in between you having the NLP, don't forget it. Then you are applying to the large language model. So if you applied the content information to the large language model, then it can check, then it can compare, it can check in a background with the database. So from the database it is there, then what it can do, definitely, so it has an answer, okay, but it can't give directly that answer. Definitely that answer will try to regenerate with the new sentence formation, then you are getting the text format. This is what we are discussing entire information till now. But why we have to use this particular process like BLEU and as well as ROUGE, why you should use means this is the process. First from the prompt you have to take the LLM, means what we have seen the process, no, that is only exactly why we have to use means this prompt setup everything with the BLEU and ROUGE, this is the option. So whenever you are giving the input to the what is it, prompt, and here the prompt it can connect with the same LLM and it can give the output. But sometimes you can see if you are getting the output from the LLM directly, that is okay, but sometimes you need some better accurate results, so that should be applicable very clear information, right? So that purpose we have to use this evaluation process in this particular area. So what is exactly in this particular prompt evaluation, what will be there exactly? The same thing. So steps will be the same, but you have to apply some particular different things. That is only the difference here. So now what you are doing, the first step, idea generation, the next one, experiment iteration, and finally paper write-up. So this is one particular example if you are taking BLEU and as well as like ROUGE. So what is the meaning of those two? Later we can discuss. Simply we will see the evaluation process. So what is the meaning of the evaluation? You are giving the input, you should get the output. In between that AI models, and you should do fine tuning sometimes. You should do some making changes based on your requirement to get the better output. Okay, so here my thing will be about the paper write-up. So that purpose what you are taking, so you are taking your idea, then you are checking with that, and you are just getting the information and you are giving to the template format. Then what it's doing with the LLM, everything it's trying to check, then it's doing something and it's trying to update with the new information. Okay, that is important, and finally you are getting the output process. So this will what for the paper write-up. If you are giving your input, then it can do one by one like this, and finally you will get the paper write-up process. Now you can see what will be the categories you are having. So what we are having the category means basically 3, but that 3 we just convert into 2 types. So what is the first one will be you are discussing about the BLEU, and second one will be the ROUGE. Okay, so what is the meaning of this BLU and as well as ROUGE means? So this is simply it will be automatic metrics based we are using. Okay, and coming to the next one will be human feedback based, means the user ratings based and services based we have to take. Ma'am, you are saying about the BLUE and ROUGE, and what is the meaning of the feedback, human feedback? So human feedback will work for to the fine tuning of the model sometimes. BLU and ROUGE, that will be automatic metrics based. Now we can discuss individually about these particular requirements. The first one we will discuss about the BLEU. So what is the meaning of the BLEU means? So whenever you are taking this particular information, and definitely it will work for the real-time application process only. But what you are doing exactly with this? So what is the requirement of this BLEU? So what you are doing with this BLEU means, so very important thing when you are going through this particular important. So this will be workable for more text generation based only, not for anything. So text generation based only it can work. So that is the advantage of this particular thing. So the purpose we have to go through with this area. So now you can see exactly we can go through with this. So this BLEU, so we can use this BLEU with a different type of requirements in a prompt engineering. Okay, so like this is about a bilingual based model, and this model we have to use for to get the better accuracy score to generate the output model. So that purpose we have to use this particular BLEU. Okay, so that is the advantage of this particular thing. Okay, so that's purpose this bilingual based model we have to use. So here the main motto is what means you are having the 2 models, right? So BLEU and as well as this particular model as like ROUGE. So both models you can take, but in that both are using with the automatic metrics based only. Okay, but both we have to use for the text generation based applications only. But what will be the difference exactly means, here you can see we are taking this prompt evaluation process by using of this BLEU. For what purpose? For the text generation purpose. Okay, so but what it's doing, we have to go through the n-gram we have given, right? So means what is that you are having any overlapping process, we can reduce the problems by using of this BLEU. So mostly this BLEU used for the language translation mostly. So if you want to do any language translation or for the text generation, this BLEU model will use. So what is the meaning of this particular thing means, the main thing text generation only. Here we can do only text generation, but what purpose? Translation you can do, like a multiple language translation you can do, and as well as text generation process you can do. So along with that, next one you can see what we can do with this, the some particular task later we can see. Now you can see the how architecture will be there with this particular thing. If you are taking this particular one, how the architecture will be there, then we can see this particular architecture. So here your prompt, okay. So in this particular prompt, what you want to give your input, for example, what is a Python. Otherwise you are having some particular what is it, a text, the text you are giving convert into a Hindi language you given like that. What it can do in a background, it can apply to the machine learning model with a different type of prompt. After machine learning not natural language processing, after applying to the natural language processing, what it can do, it can check with a different type of prompt what it's doing, and later it can apply to the model. But which type of model you have to do for the text generation purpose, that may be related for the purpose of the text generation, normal text generation, or for the translation purpose. So BLEU means bilingual model we have to use. So this model you are giving as like a LLM model here, then it will be generated the text, but it should have the reference text in a background, right? Because of the reference text only it can try to generate the better output for the generation purpose. That is the use of this BLEU architecture. What it can do means it can overlap the problems with this a particular application. So here you can see the next one will be ROUGE. So what is meaning of this ROUGE means, this ROUGE you can use for the same for the text generation only, but in this particular thing you are using this for the purpose of text generation only. But in this text generation, so this ROUGE we are using for the mostly for the purpose of text summarization. You are doing the text summarization. What you are having the applications with the text displaying with the text generation, and next one in-depth information. Next one we can take this particular text summarization, language translation, and some particular in-depth information we have to give. Like that we are having some particular applications, right? So translation or generation you have to do means BLEU method is important. That will be easy. But if you want to do a summarization, then this ROUGE model is very important. So that's why you have to take this ROUGE model, and it will be applicable for the automatic matrix format only. And this is one type of the large language model. What it can do means, here you can see, so what are you giving your large language model input you have to give, then what it can do, so it can do in a background, it can check all those requirements, then finally it can try to give the answer to you. So it can do the best summarization because of reference summarize only. Okay, so reference should be there here also, that is very important. Now you can see the architecture of the ROUGE. So how it can do means, so here it should be like that. So when you are giving the input, you should give the input, and it should be with the prompt, and ROUGE model you have to select, and finally you should get the output. So this is the process when you are going through with this particular ROUGE. Now you can see what you are having the limitations. Like if you are going through with this BLEU method, and as well as like the method of ROUGE, what you are having the problems, what type of problems you are facing. Because see, the chain of thought will get sometimes problem. Okay, so why I am telling you means, example purpose you are taking one particular model, definitely it should have merits and demerits, right? So here if you are taking this BLEU and ROUGE, only some particular application it's working. Okay, but if you are taking this that BLEU, so here you can see we are having some two things, the limitations about these two. Don't capture the semantic meaning, means here it can't get the information the semantic meaning based, and struggle with the creative language. It can't create the creative sentence formation, it can't do. Why? Language translation means no need of that much what is it, creative language process, right? So BLEU mostly it can work for the language translation, right? You can convert from one language to another language, that is easy. Okay, but creative language process with some extra requirement is not possible. And coming to the ROUGE, it can do the summarization more, but it can't do, definitely it will struggle with the creativity of the language. So coming to the next one as where we can use this particular BLEU. That is only till now what we have discussed, that is only. So summarizing based we can do, okay, translating based we can do, question and answer based we can do, generating purpose we can do. So ROUGE we can work for the BLEU, ROUGE we can work for the summarizing purpose, right? That is the main motto for of the ROUGE. So coming to the next one as question and answers. This question and answers we can use in a ROUGE and as well as BLEU. Translating mostly we can use BLEU, and generating for both we can use, but it will be better compared with the ROUGE in BLEU. So these are the applications the where we can use these particular requirements. Okay, so apart from that, the third one will be there about the human feedback, right? So we have seen about BLEU and ROUGE. Both are the LLM models, but we are having some particular extra requirements with it. Now, why you have to take exactly feedback, human feedback? For example, you can see even system sometimes won't give proper answer, right? If you are taking any type of the chatbot conversation something, so definitely you will get some particular problem, right? At the time you can give some particular suggestions to the system. What it can do means, for example, it's trying to give the sentence of the 100 lines. Okay, in that 10 lines, in that particular 10 lines, it's giving some spelling mistakes. Then what you can do, okay, you're giving the best information only, but you're not giving some particular problem with the spelling mistakes. Please rectify those things. Then what it can do, if you are doing like that, definitely it can take it and it can try to retrain their model, and definitely next time it can give the best output to us. So that is the use of the human feedback. It can work for the fine tuning. The main requirement is next requirement also we can do. So what is it? For example, your data will be up to 2024, the data will be trained, but 25 almost 8 months completed. Okay, so in this particular 8 months maybe some new content came. What you can do, if you are giving to the system, it can try to give the answer, but what in 8 months any extra thing will be there. It's not possible to give by the particular assistants what you're having, all assistants, virtual assistant or what is it, GPT, Gemini or something, or copilots, something like that. What are you having online platforms, everything is not possible to give the that much of information. Then what you can do, you can do the suggestions, otherwise you can upload your database, then it will work for us. Definitely that much of advantage will be there with the human feedback. So now you can see the step 1, training of the model. So here you can see prompt LLM model, and here you have to give the answers from the user, and definitely it will work for the future. Then next you can do the optimization process like this. So that much of importance will be there if you're taking. So how it can do exactly the collection process of the content means like this. So preference data set, and with the training process, and based on the output you will get the better model. But how it's possible to get the better LLM model? Definitely with the fine tuning of your content. That is only the possibility. Now you can see the applications. So the today entire information is about the evaluation of prompt only. In that BLEU and ROUGE you have seen, and why you are using that particular applications you have seen, and later at the end of the time we have seen that particular human feedback. Okay, so with these 3 things, now we can start with the practical part. So before going to the practical part, I just want to show the openai and Hugging Face requirements. Now we can see that particular things. Hope you can understand. Having any doubt, you can keep the message in chat box, and we will start with the practical session. Having any doubt, you can try to keep the message in chat box. Any doubts also you can use, or you can ask here. Okay, yeah, fine. We'll continue the session with the practical session, but before that we can see some particular requirements about the Hugging Face and what you're having like openai. Okay, so now I'm trying to open Hugging Face. So just try to understand like Hugging Face and that particular thing. Here you can see what you can do. So you're having a different type of requirements here. So in these particular Hugging Face, you're having some particular models. You can get your models. If you want to get any models, you can get. Here you can see so many type of models will be there. Whatever models you can take here. So many of models will be there, because that are the pre-trained models. You can load the models. And coming to the next one is models means what? That is only BERT model, LLM model, and all Gen AI models what you are using now, that models you can take here. Any type of models. But what purpose we have to use? Any to any means image to text to image, anything, text to generation, image to text, next image to text, image to image, text to image, text to speech, text to video, any type of format. See, these many requirements will be there. So audio to text, and visual questioning and answering, document questioning and answering, and you're having the, see, this is about the multimodal requirements, and with the computer vision you are having so many. Text to image, image to text, image to video, image classification, depth, zero shot based image classification, mask generation, so zero shot based object detection, text to 3D will be there, image to 3D will be there, image video to video, and based on the natural language processing also you are having, based on the audio based you are having, based on the tabular you are having, with the reinforcement and machine learning based. These many requirements will be available. So these are the requirements. This much of requirements you can get here by using of these particular models. So for all those requirements, the models will be available, Gen AI models or any other models. How many will be there? You can see here 90,16,556 models will be available. So in that you can see, you have to sort anything, you can sort. So what is that? Mostly updated, and updated is nothing but what? Recently updated, fine tuning models. You're having up to 2023 means, or 2024 you have to update with the new data, with the old model. So like that, recently created or recently updated ones, mostly who are using that particular models, everything. Next one, data sets. That may be images, audios, videos, anything. You can see document, image, tabular, which type of data set you need. Any type of data set you can take. So here the data set will be available from the 1K means 1000 what is it 1000 KB to 1 terabyte also available. Okay, so means, so 1 KB to 1000 terabytes is available. Which type of data set you need, you can select. Means what you understand here. So in these particular LLM models are available maybe from the 1 KB to 1 terabytes. That much of small model to big model will be there. And which type of format will be there? This type of formats will be there, what you are taking. So data sets, this much of representations, everything will be there, that you have to take. And later spaces and community, these are the normal requirements. So this is about the Hugging Face website. You can see so many of requirements will be there, right? So now you are taking OpenAI website. So here I can take the OpenAI. So actually every time they are trying to update their websites. Definitely sometimes they will update by 6 months, 3 months, 2 months, even any new information they are trying to design in their particular website, they can upload. So what you can get in this particular area means, you can get the ChatGPT, platforms, API key, API login page, everything you can get. Okay, so like that you can get. Now I'm just clicking on this particular API keys. Okay, so if you are clicking on this particular API keys, then you will get so many of options. Here you can see you are having the playground, dashboard, docs, API references. So left side you can see you are having the so many of options, right? So audio based, image based, assistants, chart, and usage, API keys, everything will be there. The API keys we are seeing, simply you can create. Even you are having the playground. The playground is about your purpose. You are creating something whatever you need. So here itself you can create your informations. You have to do the chart, you can do. And if you want to do the audio based, you can do based on the audio. And means what, you can create your entire information here itself. That purpose it will be useful. So playground is nothing but whatever you need the requirements you can do here. So images based you need, you can try it. Okay, so but you can see here it's showing payment method will be needed. Previously they are giving a free, but starting they'll give the free only, and then definitely for upgradation purpose you have to go through with the payment process. Here you can see. So previously I have selected like this particular own assistants. These are my own assistants actually. So I have created like how you are having the Google Assistant, everything like that I have created here. So that purpose how you are using in a same manner you have to use. But here what are the models available? What are the models available, and what will be the requirements will be there, everything you can check here. So this will be only for the API key. When you are going with exactly with the OpenAI, there you can see that. Okay, so here you are having the requirements. Previously the design will be different, but here now the design is changing everything. So we can see some particular extra requirements here. So previously they have designed as like a GPT model with website based, but everything they have upgraded like this. So there we can see the all requirements, whatever you need and everything, whatever you need, the requirements, everything. So this is only the home page, they have changed. Okay, so but previously they have given all requirements, which models they are using, everything. So like that they will provide the all details. But here in this OpenAI we are having only 2-3 requirements. They'll use OpenAI, and in this OpenAI source they will use DALL-E, Midjourney, and the next one will be with the API keys. That's it. So these requirements only they are trying to provide. So if you want to take extra requirements, then definitely you have to go through the payment process. So these are the requirements with the Hugging Face and as well as the OpenAI. That's why compare with the normal compare with the Hugging Face in OpenAI or having the less requirements. Now we can go through with the coding part setups. So now you can see with the example of BLEU and with the example of ROUGE and as well as with the example of human feedback, if you are taking how it's look like, you can see that particular requirement. Okay, so now you can see that particular requirements, how it's going exactly. So one by one application we can see and we can discuss here, no problem, and we can continue this session with the coding part setup here. So here mostly we are using the transformers only. So half days we will use without open API keys, then half days definitely some days we will use about the open API keys. But because if you are selecting now itself, then it will take only less days to occupy, then later we'll close it. That's why we have to follow one by one. That purpose we have to use this particular requirement. So now we will go through with the example of one requirement. So that is about first we'll take one example for BLEU and later ROUGE and human feedback based. So now I just want to go through with a new notebook. Okay, so how I open, simply you just go to the Google Colab, then type, then there you can get the new notebook. Here you can write up the code. Here how to write up the code. So simply if you want to install any libraries, daily I am going through with the installation. So if you want to go through with the installation, because why you want to go through with the installation, in the same manner, you have to install the library, then later you have to import the libraries, then you have to load your models, create a prompt, and finally you will get the output. So here the first requirement I have to complete it, pip install transformers. Then I have to install this one. After installation, what do you want to do? Then we have to start our requirement with the importing of libraries. So now I'm starting with the libraries importing from transformers import. Today extra requirement we are taking. We are not taking only the pipeline, we are taking another requirements, that is about some tokenizer based, okay, some BLU based tokenizer we are taking. Okay, next you can see tokenizer and model, both you are taking. So previously you have used GPT model and we have used a pipeline, but today we are not using the pipeline. Directly if you need you can take, otherwise you can do like this. So from the transformer we are taking this meridian. So meridian based model, head model, and as well as what is a tokenizer. This model for retrain the model, but definitely it need a tokenizer part, that's why you're taking this one. So coming to the next step is what? From the next one you are taking NLTK. So from the NLTK you have to take, from the NLTK we should take translate, because what BLE usage, yeah, it's coming, right? You can see what is the meaning of the BLU, bilingual based language translation you have to do. That purpose you have to use the BLU, right? So what you have to do means here, from this NLTK translator, so BLU score you have to load, and from that sentence BLU is nothing but what. So you can do the translation based by using of the BLU. For the ROUGE you can take for the purpose of summarization, right? So here I am taking this BLU model. Then what you want to do, then I have to load and retrain the model of the above model. The purpose I am taking here model name I am taking. So what I have to take the model name here, because we are having so many models actually. So here I want to try to take one particular model, that is about Helsinki model. I have to take keyword, we have to take from these models we should take from the Hugging Face website only. Okay, so we have to take this model from the Hugging Face website, OUPS format, and with MT, with EN, with FR. We'll check whether the keyword will be correct or not, because we are taking this particular model from this particular Hugging Face. Okay, so we'll check whether it will be okay or not, the model will be correct or not. So spelling maybe something were missed. So many models will be there, we can try with any of model here. So I'm trying to take this particular model. Okay, I'm copying this name, because the model name is not correct means definitely it will show some particular problem. Okay, so MTEN and FR will be there or not, we'll check. French language there or not. So we have to check this model. If it is not available, then we can proceed with the same model. ZH, right? Okay, there. So we can try to take this model name. So I'm just going through the range language based. So this is about my model, what I'm having the model for the purpose of language translation based for the using model of BLE of LLM model. Now what I want to do, I want to take the tokenizer part. So I want to take tokenizer part. So here you have to take the tokenizer, then the tokenizer you should take from the marine tokenizer, then later the model you should get by using of the MTM model of the pre-trained model. Okay, so what you have done, you have imported the libraries, then you have loaded your model what you are taking exactly, that inbuilt pre-trained model of the LLM model, and later you are just taking the tokenization and model to retrain. Okay, so then later what you want to do, now you have to go through with the input process. So here I am giving src text. Okay, means I am just giving trying to give my input text, because here what is my main motto, I just want to convert from one language to another language, right? So please try to remember BLUU for the purpose of the language translation, and the next ROUGE will work for the purpose of this text summarization. Now we are doing the concept with the language translation. Then you have to take input text and as well as output text. That purpose here I am taking the input text. Hello, how are you? Then later I am giving some particular words for that, required words for the requirement purpose. Whether it is giving means, okay, we'll try it. So these are the required keywords actually. Like if you want to go through with it, the required regular keywords you have to use. Because of this only the upside sentence will convert into another language. So like that you have to do. So just given. So now you have to start with your requirement. So what is your requirements means, you have given your input text, then you should start with the translation. So now I am taking inputs is equal to, for your input you have to do the tokenization part. That is only we are applying tokenization part with the tokenizer. So what you are having the exactly is src text, and you should return with the some particular keyword. So I want to give here the padding process also is equal to true. The next one what I want to do, I just want to do the translated based text. So I just want to give here after completion of this one translated based. So here I am trying to give the translated part. Translated. So model generation of the input, then later you can go through with that. Okay, so translation also completed. Then what you want to do after that, the translated text you should store into another variable. That is all I am giving here. Translated text is equal to tokenizer based. You should give based on the tokenizer, then it will work for it. So that purpose I am taking here the tokenizer part. So tokenizer, batch decode, translated based, and skill special based, you can take it. And finally you have to display the text. So what you want to display the text means, that is only. So what you're getting the output that you have to print, but before that I need to check the BLU based report also. I want to check how much score is coming. Next, score I want to take BLU score. So then I can go through the sentence. Then here I want to print two type of outputs. What is my translate output and about the score also. Translated output I want to see. Translated text, but it should be with some particular value we have to give. So this is the process. We'll check again, any problem will be there. First you have to import the libraries properly, then later you have to select your model, then after that you should give some particular text, then you have to take your input and you should do the translation by using of this model, and final output you will get. But before getting the final output I need to take the BLU score also, because like if you take in this particular model, how much accuracy it will take to get the output, or some model accuracy we have to check. That purpose we can use this one. So that is the process of this model. Now we can see the output process. So it's taking the model, it's loading. We can check with the output process. So it's trying to go with the blue color button, then you can see. So it's trying to give the output. First what it's doing, it's loading the models, then later, so you are taking the model of your inbuilt model from the Hugging Face website, then you should retrain it. Because of the retrain only you're getting this particular type of loading of options. So these extensions and all you are getting. Then later you can see, so the output is converting from one format to another format by using of this, and the score will be this one. So like that it can try to give the answer. Okay, this is the process if you are using the particular model of this BLU. In the same manner, if you want to use another model also, you are having another model, you will see that remaining requirement models also. So till now you have seen only the single model, right? The next model you can see, this is about the model you are taking here, text summarization by using the ROUGE. Now you can see what you are doing. The transformer model you are taking. So here you are taking BART tokenizer and BART conditional. So this will be work for the ROUGE based, for the text summarization based. BLU now we have seen as like a translation. It done the translation as like normally. You can see here also will be there the translation. It can do the translation like this. Wait a minute. It can do the translation like this with the accuracy score. But now what you want to do, you have to take your model, but from the transformer I am taking another model will be BART tokenizer and BART for the conditional generation, that is for text summarization purpose. Then later you are taking, previously you have taken BLU, right? But now you are taking ROUGE from the ROUGE library. So here extra library you have to install. Transformer you already installed. Now if you want to take this for BLU, no need. For ROUGE purpose you have to install pip install of ROUGE model. Then later what it can do after importing of libraries, then it can take your model. Here we are taking the model for the text summarization, Facebook BART large CNN. Whether it is available or not you can check. If you want to give any other type of models also you can go, no problem. You can see you got this model, right? You don't need this one, means you can give this model or you can give this model. So the type of models will be available. You can take that model from the Hugging Face website and you can store it. Now what you want to do, you have to apply the tokenizer and you have to retrain your model. So importing library is completed, loading model with the training process completed. Now you want to give the input. So here you are trying to give the text input, that will be the information of this much. So this one you are just applying to the tokenizer, then it should give the summary. That purpose you are giving this one, and it should give the output for you. Now if you are executing this one, so definitely you should do the text summarization and it should display the output for you. But before that, you can see the output result. First the installation is completed, then later if you are loading the models, it can load. After loading, it can retrain the model. How you can see whether the model is retraining or not? I'm not saying about the fine tuning. Fine tuning means extra data you have to add your model. Retrain is nothing but what are you having the model, again you have to load here and you should do, that's it. That is only you can call it as retraining of the model. So how you know whether the model is retraining means like this loading process will come. If it is completed, then you can see the comparison of output result. Finally it can display the output. Okay, so now you can see what it happened exactly in this particular thing, text summarization. Here you can see the text summarization will be happened here, and how much it's taking, the accuracy and everything also it's showing. Okay, so this is about text summarization using ROUGE. If you are taking the human feedback based, how it will work? So here that purpose I'm taking auto model for casual LM is nothing but casual process, because maybe it can do some fine tuning here. Maybe we are having the option like that. So then I'm loading my model of the Microsoft, whether it will be dial of GPT is nothing but you can see whether the model is available or not. We can check. Yeah, the model will be available, medium, small, large, any type of model you can take. Then you can take the tokenizer part. You have to retrain your model. Now you have to give your input. Hi, what can you tell about the space? Now you can apply your tokenizer. Now your input will, the tokenization part you should apply to your model. It should generate and it can give the output for you, but you should give some feedback about it. Okay, so based on that it can try to give the answer. Here you can see this one, then the simulated human feedback will be there. Means what? So whatever you having the feedback, you should give. Based on that you can get the output. That is the process of the human feedback. Now you can see one application about the summarizer based. So here for the summarizer based, that purpose, for the front end purpose I am using Gradio, and the transformer model I am using BART conditional, and same thing as like second model we have taken on that one, ROUGE. So these applications, before of this application we have seen three applications: human feedback based and ROUGE based, and first one will be BLU. So BLU, what is it, translation, and ROUGE for the text generation, and the human feedback for the just a feedback process taking purpose. Now with the Gradio you are using that text summarization by using of ROUGE. So the same process, you are loading and you are keeping all those requirements, but you are adding some particular requirement. Now you can see, you can click on this particular requirement. Link, .live link came. Now you can click on it. Now your model will be open. Now this is about the text summarization. So text summarization purpose also, you have to give some particular text, right? That purpose I am loading here. So I need what is a Python 10 lines paragraph. I'm taking this one. So here this content I'm just copying and I'm coming to here I want to paste it. Okay, so now what you want to do, you have to click on the summarize. Then you can see the output results by using of the ROUGE and as well as the summarize score also. Both you can see. So that is the usage of this particular model. So this is one type of the user interface process by using of the ROUGE model with the BART LLM model, and because of this you can do the text summarization very clearly. Now you can see this much of content will be there, then you can use this particular requirement like this. So this is about the summarizer, and how much accuracy score came is a 40%. So this is the usage. You can see downside you're having the use API key. Based on the use API key means it can create the API key also, it can work for it. You can use this API key, but later after some time we have to use, because for the API key purpose we have to go through the payment purpose, but it should be applicable only for some days, that's why. So half days we can work for the transformer, and later some days we can work for some other requirements. So hope you can understand. Till now, having any doubt, you can give the message. Otherwise, we can close the session. And what will be the tomorrow session? Based on that, I will try to give the question. So I got only from the Praveen Kumar and extra one person answer. So try to give the answer for the question. So tomorrow question will be, so here you can see, tomorrow we are building the question and answer board with the using of Wikipedia data set and without no API keys. So tomorrow my question will be, what is difference between the API key and no API key. So please try to give the answer for tomorrow. What is API key and no API key? Okay. When Gradio link open the windows, it only is active if closed means then. Actually, when you are executing at the time only that Gradio live will work. Later you should work means you should convert with the API key, that you can say. Okay. So about the attendance link, I will check with the attendance link. No need to worry. How can we understand in a website API key is used as the many websites? Yeah, that is only. Just please try to understand between the what is it, KPI API key and no API key. I will check with the attendance. Please wait for a minute. So we'll post the attendance link. Just wait a minute, we'll post the attendance link. Accepting Gradio we are having here, but we need the GP process actually. That purpose we are using online. Yeah, attendance link we will provide you. Wait. Hello. Ma'am, we are sharing the collab notebook. Yeah, if you are going through the collab notebook means Gradio won't be work at a time, okay? We have to use another process. That is advanced here, GPT and GPT plus, that will be the advanced process. How to understand fine tuning is or not means till now what we have used, we didn't add any fine tuning content. Okay, tomorrow please try to remember me. Definitely I will show you that how fine tuning process, how it's going on. Okay, so fine tuning, how it's going on, how to understand means whenever you're giving the new database into the coding part with the model dot train something, then you can get it. Attendance will share you where. Yeah, we have shared the attendance link. Please check with that. Already highlighted with that. Please try to check with that messages. Okay, we have shared that attendance link. Please check with that attendance link. Okay. Please check with the attendance link. I have shared your attendance link. Hope you got the attendance link. Please check with the attendance link. Please check with the attendance link. Hope you got the attendance link. I think so. Please check with that. Please complete it. Internship report at the end of the time we will share you. Thank you all.